Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel where we go beyond the buzzword, beyond the basics, and beyond the BS to help you really master marketing agility. Today, I got a little quick win for you, including props. We have props today, so exciting. We're gonna talk about user stories. User stories are so amazing. They're this nice, lightweight, customer-centric, agile tool that actually gets used by marketing teams quite a lot. It really resonates with our customer champion lifestyles that we're all supposed to be living as marketers day to day. And it's an agile tool that you can use without going through a lot of the painful process of change that some agile systems require us to go through. But user stories are lightweight, easy to get started with, and so they are a great quick win for those of you looking to experiment and become more agile in whatever way is possible in the short term. So we'll be going over user stories and how you can incorporate them into maybe your briefing process, or dare I say it, you might be able to use them to replace briefs altogether. Yes, it has happened, and it could happen to you. But first, a quick ask. If you like what we're doing here at the Mastering Marketing Agility channel, please give us a subscription, give us a little like, give us a little comment, and we will know that we are serving you well, which is our whole reason for doing these videos. And feedback from you is very, very helpful and much, much appreciated. So thank you in advance. And now, on to props. Here's my prop for the day. This is a user story, right? Nice and straightforward. It has 3 parts. Right? As a blank persona, usually goes here, right? I would like a thing, a piece of marketing collateral, perhaps. So I can. Now the so I can piece, crucial and yet very often forgotten, right? I'm gonna put my prop down now because I need to gesture with my hands when I talk, but this format will be in here in the description of the video so you won't lose it. Okay, 3 parts, all very, very important, but that last part, the so I can, is what's actually going to drive the type of channels, the type of messaging, the type of content that you are putting together in order to meet the requirements of that user story, right? So for instance, here at AgileSherpas, we make a lot of content because we know that marketers like content and need it to help them. And so we write user stories for our content. We have a big introductory guide to agile marketing. And when we were writing that, the user story was something like, as a marketer curious about agile marketing, I would like a detailed walkthrough so I can understand and start using basic concepts, right? That's a very different piece of content than, as an agile marketer curious about agile marketing, I would like a detailed walkthrough so I can convince my boss that we should try using agile practices. Now, if that was the so I can third of our user story, the piece of content would be all about how to convince your boss, how to prove ROI, how to show executive level metrics, and very, very different end result that we're looking for after someone consumes that piece of content. So the so I can is vital to how the user story works. So you really need all 3 pieces. And these are all written from the point of view of your customer, right? They're called user stories because they come from software and they were written from the perspective of a software user. So if you need to call them customer stories, call them that. Whatever you need to do to remember their purpose, right? But the idea is this is written from the perspective of our audience, right? So as a email marketer, I would like to know the benefits of email marketing automation so I can feel more productive at work and reduce my redundant tasks, right? If you're marketing a B2B email marketing solution, that might be the kind of user story that you use. But it's not, as a content marketer, I would like to create a blog post about agile marketing so that I can improve the time on site for my blog, right? That's not a user story. That's a marketer story. That's not how this is supposed to work. Always from the perspective of the user or audience or customer that we are talking to. And now, I mentioned in the intro that you might be able to use user stories to streamline your briefing process. So if you have briefs, chances are they're quite specific. A lot of our briefs are like the most detailed roadmap that you've ever seen. It's like go 2.7 miles and then hard right for 300 feet and then stop for the ducks crossing the road. It's so detailed. And it leaves us no room as subject matter experts to apply our knowledge and expertise. And it's not really that fun to just take orders and not be able to think more holistically and strategically. That's what marketers are here for. So instead of the detailed brief, you can use a user story to make sure people are focusing on the outcome, right? As a blank, I would like blank, so I can blank. If you can get your stakeholders to bring you that kind of basic documentation up front or have it be part of the earliest part of your brief, because if they can't fill that out, they have no business writing you a brief in the first place. They need to know all that before they can get into channels and budget and deadlines and all of these other things that people love to put into briefs. And so the user story makes sure that they're on track. I know marketing groups who have actually replaced briefs altogether with detailed user stories. And this allows, again, the marketing team to take the outcome that people want and incorporate it into the work they're already doing, to their larger strategy, and then everything feels more holistic and focused on the customer, and stakeholders are still getting the things that they want, but they're not being as specific and dictatorial. And the results are often a lot better anyway. So you can pull the user story into the briefing process, and then maybe kind of trim down the other parts of your brief over time so that eventually it's mostly just a user story. And then the team can decide how they're going to go and execute that work and deliver value to both customer and stakeholder. So user stories, spectacularly useful piece of the marketing toolbox that you can pull out and make your process better, more agile, more customer focused in a very short amount of time. So let me know how it goes. I would love to see your user stories. If you put them in the comments, I'll take a look and let you know if you're on the right track. These take a little bit of practice sometimes to get into the habit of doing, but they're well worth it, and you will see enormous benefit in terms of the customer focus of the work that you do and the incorporation of these day-to-day kind of business as usual activities into your larger marketing strategy. All right. Thank you for joining me for our quick win video this week. I will be back again next week with another video to help you master marketing agility. See you then.